Welcome, boys and girls, to this episode of CKLA Phonics Fun. I am your host, Miss Leah, and this is your teacher, Miss Brandy. In preparation for today's lesson, you will need a pencil and a sheet of paper. Have fun!
Thank you, Miss Leah. Welcome, boys and girls. Today we will go ahead and get started with our warm-up activity. We are going to review some skills that we previously learned. The first skill will be double letter spellings for consonant sounds. Now we already know what this means. This means that two of the same letters will be side by side in a word to make one consonant sound. Let's take a look at a few examples of those. We have ZZ, FF, LL, SS, DD, and GG. Most of the time, these double letter spellings are found at the end of words. Sometimes they're used in the middle of longer words. And very rarely do we find these words at the beginning, or these spellings at the beginning. So let's take a look at a few examples. These are words that you already know. Now I will read the first two, and I want you to repeat those words after me. Our first word is miss. Now you say that word. Our second word is add. Now you say that word. Now this time, let's read this word together. The word is bell. Let's read this one together. Egg. Now this word I want you to read on your own, and I'll repeat after you. Buzz. Let's do the same thing for this word. Stuff. Now using these words, I want us to identify three things that these words have in common. Go ahead and tell me one of those things that you notice. I heard someone say that all of these words are one-syllable words. Let's take a look at those words and see. Look at the word miss. How many vowel sounds do we hear in that word? Just one. What's our letter? What's our vowel? Letter I, miss. Very good. That is the short sound for the letter I. Let's look at this word. How many vowel sounds do we hear? Just one. Bell. Letter E, short sound, Next word here. Locate your vowel. What sound does it make in this word? Short U, buzz. Let's look at this word. What vowel sound do we hear in the word add? We hear our short A sound. Next, egg. What vowel sound do we hear? We hear the short E sound, And our last word, stuff. What vowel sound do we hear in this word? Short U, stuff. So now that we have gone over that, you are correct. All of these words are one-syllable words. We also discovered that they all make what type of vowel sound? The short sound for all of those vowels. So that is the second thing that all of these words have in common. They all have short vowel sounds. Now there's one more thing that all of these words have in common that I would like for us to identify today. And do you know what it is? They all contain our review skill, double letter spellings that make one consonant sound. Let's look at those. What is the double letter spelling in this word? Correct. It is SS. How many sounds does it make? one consonant sound, S. Let's look at this word. What's our double letter spelling for this word? LL. How many sounds does it make? Just one. What's the sound? L. Let's take a look at this word, buzz. What's our double letter spelling here? ZZ. What sound do those two letters make when they are side by side? Correct. One consonant sound, Z. Let's take a look at the word add. What's our double letter spelling there? DD. What sound? D. One consonant sound. What about egg? Tell me, what's our double letter spelling and what sound those letters make? You are correct. GG, G. And our last word, double letter spelling and the sound, FF. Excellent job reviewing over our double letter spellings that make one consonant sound. Now let's go ahead and move on to the practice part of our lesson. We're also going to be reviewing over some more patterns that Miss Leah taught you previously. These are suffix spelling patterns using our ing suffix. First, we know that suffixes are a group of letters that are added to the end of a root word, like the word flexing. Our root word here is flex. Our suffix is ing, and we have the word flexing. Now we also know that when we add ing to a root word, it shows that an action is taking place, like flexing. And also, like this word, reading. And I hope that you are enjoying reading this summer. Our third and fourth pieces of information on our suffix spelling patterns talk about how occasionally when we add ing to the end of a word, it changes its spelling. And number 4 tells us all the things we need to know if we have to double a consonant. First, the root word has to be a one-syllable word. It has to contain a short vowel sound and be followed by one consonant. Let's take a look at the word rub. R-U-B. Is rub a one-syllable word? It is. We hear one vowel sound. Let's locate the vowel. It's vowel U. And what sound does it make? And is that the short sound for the vowel U? It is. And is that U followed by just a single consonant? Again, it sure is. So when we are adding ing to our root word rub, we have to double that B because it follows all of the rules in number 4. R-U-B-B-I-N-G, rubbing. Let's do one more. Let's look at running. If we cover up our suffix ing, run. Is that a one-syllable word? We know it is because we only hear one vowel sound. And what letter is making our vowel sound in this word? It's the letter U. And what sound? We already know that's the short sound. And is that U followed by just one consonant? It is. So when we add our ing, we know we have to double that N. R-U-N-N-I-N-G. Now let's take a look at a few more examples on this chart. Can you read this word for me? Correct. That word is shop. Now we want to add the ing suffix to the word shop. So let's go through what we just talked about in number 4. Is the word shop a one-syllable word? It is, and how do we know? we only hear one vowel sound. Let's identify the vowel that's making that sound in this word. It's the letter O, and what sound is it making? Ah, it's short vowel sound. So do we also notice that it is followed by only one consonant? We do. So what do we have to do to that P? Correct. We have to double it. So now our word is shopping. I enjoy shopping with my best friend. Let's take a look at our second word, and let's look at it closely. What is this word? It's munch. And you learned this word with Miss Courtney, munch. How many vowel sounds do we hear in that word? Just one. So we know it's a one-syllable word. And what letter is making our vowel sound here? Yes, it's the letter U. Is it making it short or long sound? It's short sound, Now, is it followed by only one consonant? No, it's not. It's followed by 1, 2, 3, N, C, and H. So if we wanted to add ing to create the word munching, do we have to double that H? We do not. We take our original root word, we add our ing suffix, and we now have the word munching. Good work. Let's look at this word. Go ahead and read it for me. What is it? It's when. How many vowel sounds do we hear in this word? Only one. What letter is making that vowel sound? Letter I. Is it long or short? Short, I sound. Is it followed by only one consonant? So if we wanted to add ing to the word when, what do we have to do to the N? Yes, we have to double the N. And now we have the word winning. Winning. I enjoy winning my baseball game. Okay, last word. Go ahead and read it. What's the word? Wish. We also learned this word with Miss Courtney previously. How many vowel sounds do we hear in the word wish? Just one. What letter makes that vowel sound? I. Is it long or short? It's short, I. Is it followed by only one consonant? No, it is not followed by only one consonant. How many do we see? That's right, we see two, S and H. So we know that we do not have to double the consonant. We take that original root word, we add our ing suffix, and we have the word wishing. Wishing. Great review, boys and girls. Now it's time to get into our new skill for today's lesson. Before we begin, let's review over two things that we already know. First, we know that words can be broken into small chunks called syllables. We also know that each syllable has to contain one vowel sound. Very good. Now, for today's lesson, you will take a look and read two-syllable words. So how many vowel sounds do you think we might hear in a two-syllable word? Correct. We might hear two vowel sounds. Before we get into actually looking at these words, let's take a look at our steps for syllabication. First, we're going to label the vowels that we see in those words. Second, we will draw a bridge to connect those vowels. Third, we will label the consonants on the bridge. Fourth, we will divide using the pattern that we see. Our fifth step says then we will identify each syllable type in our two-syllable words. And then finally, we will read each word. Now is the time for you to get your pencil and your paper out, and I'll give you just a minute to do so. Go ahead and let's write this word on our papers today. Now, let's go ahead and use these steps that we just reviewed to syllabicate this word. Let's locate and label our vowels with a V for vowel. Let's draw a bridge to connect the vowels. Let's label our consonants on the bridge. Divide using the pattern. Now let's identify what type of syllables we are working with. Let's look at our very first syllable. We have a CVC because this is a consonant B, vowel A, consonant S. And when we have a CVC syllable, it will be closed. And we know that a closed syllable causes our vowel to make it short sound. Let's move on to our second syllable. We have a consonant K, vowel E, and consonant T. That makes it a closed syllable. And that makes our E say it short sound. Now let's send out just our first syllable. B, a, s, bass. Let's move to our second syllable. K, et, ket. Now let's put those two together. Basket. Basket. We like to collect our eggs in a basket. Great job. Move down on your papers just below that word and let's do another. Our next word is this word. Write that one on your papers. Okay, step one tells us we have to identify and label our consonants. Let's identify those. I see an A and an I. Let's label those vowels with a V. Let's draw a bridge to connect our vowels. Let's label our consonants on the bridge. Let's divide using our pattern. Now it's time to identify what type of syllables we have. C, is C a vowel or a consonant? Yes, it's a consonant. So we have a CVC pattern, so this is a closed syllable. And that lets us know our A will make it short sound A. Let's look at our second syllable. We have consonant F, vowel I, and we have two consonants side by side. We put those two together and we label them as a consonant sound. So again, we have C, V, C, and we know that makes a closed syllable, and our letter I will make it short sound I. Now let's sound out our first syllable. K, at, cat. Let's look at our second syllable and sound it out. F, I, sh, fish. Let's put those two together. We have catfish. Catfish. We had catfish for dinner last night. Catfish. Very good. Let's move on to our next word. Take a few seconds and write this word on your paper. Okay, now you remind me, what does step 1 tell us to do? Label our vowels. Did you get I and E? If so, put your V to label them. Step 2, what do we have to do? You're right, we have to draw a bridge to connect our two vowels. What about step 3? Label our consonants on the bridge. Divide using a pattern. Let's label our syllable types. Is H a consonant or a vowel? You go ahead and label yours. CVC, we know that's a closed syllable. So that means letter I makes its short sound. Let's look at our second syllable. Consonant S, vowel E. We'll put our L and F together, label them as a consonant. It's a closed syllable, so our E will make its short sound. Let's blend these two together. Himself. Himself. Our word is himself. All right, boys and girls, thank you for your participation. You did a great job reviewing and talking about our new skill today.
Thank you, Miss Brandy, and thank you, boys and girls, for being here for the lesson today. All rights and credits for this lesson are given to Core Knowledge Language Arts. We would like to publicly thank them for sharing these valuable resource materials. Bye!